second BS, second MSc, fourth semester students. In this class, we are going to discuss resonance methods, that is third unit, resonance methods. So in this unit, we will discuss the nature of spinning, and orbital magnetic dipole moment and Bohr magneton. Nature of spinning particles. Resonance methods. First topic is nature of spinning particles. So first, spectroscopy. So introduction is spectroscopy. So this is spectroscopy is that branch of physics, so which deals with the observations and interpretations of radiation emitted and absorbed by atoms and molecules. So and throws light on their structure also, so which provides the information not only about the arrangement of electrons, arrangement and motion of an electrons, but also about inner electrons. Those are that means X-ray spectroscopy, and about the angular momentum, magnetic momentum, distribution of charge and magnetism of nucleus, that means hyperfine structure, nuclear magnetic resonance sector, NMR, etc. So first you know the Bohr's postulates to study the atomic or molecular spectroscopy. First one is Bohr's postulates. So first, Niels Bohr in 1913, so developed a model of atomic structure of an atom, so which was an accurate quantitative agreement with the observed hydrogen and hydrogen like spectra. So this model is based on certain postulates. So those are four postulates of Bohr's. So one is, first postulate is Bohr's postulate is an electron in an atom, an electron in an atom moves in a circular orbit about the nucleus under the influence of the Coulomb interaction between electron and the nucleus, electron and the nucleus. So according to the law of classical mechanics. So next second postulate is, out of the infinite number of orbits which would be possible in classical mechanics, it is only possible for an electron to move in an orbit for which the magnitude of its orbital angular momentum, that is I. Second postulate, according to the second postulate, the angular momentum I is equal to integral multiple of h by 2 pi, where n is equal to 1, 2, 3 and so on, and h is Planck's constant. So that is Bohr's second postulate, which explains the orbital angular momentum I, which is equal to the integral multiple of h by 2 pi values. So according to this postulate, introduces a quantization, so that the quantization of orbital angular momentum of an atomic electron leads to the quantization of energy of that electron. So next third postulate is, so the electron, in spite of its accelerated motion, does not radiate electromagnetic radiation while moving in an allowed orbit. So thus it is, the total energy remains stationary. The total energy remains stationary. So that is explained by Bohr's third postulate. And fourth postulate is the frequency of the emitted radiation. That means the electrons, the electromagnetic radiation is emitted if an electron moving one orbital to another orbital. So total energy is discontinuously changes its motion, so that it moves in a lower orbit of total energy. So then nu bar is equal to initial and final energies by difference between initial and final energies by h, where h be the Planck's constant. So which is nearly close to the Einstein equation, E is equal to h nu. This is the energy is equal to nu into h. Okay. So these total four postulates thus mix up the classical and non-classical physics. So the electron moving in a circular orbit is assumed to obey classical mechanics, and the non-mechanical idea of quantization of orbital angular momentum is included, that is second postulate. The electron is assumed to obey one feature of classical electromagnetic theory, that is Coulomb's law, and that not to obey another feature, that is emission of radiation of an accelerated charged body. So these models of an single electron atoms, so which satisfies for only single electron atom like hydrogen. So suppose an electron is placed in an magnetic field. So first nature of the spinning nature of particle. So like one electron atom. So we continue our explanation with one electron atom, that is in which the orbital quantum number is orbital quantum number is L. Okay na? So which determines the orbital quantum number determines the magnitude of the electron's angular momentum. Right, now the electron now this electron right, this electron revolving around a nucleus, that is electron E, which revolves around a nucleus. This is the radius of a nucleus. This is the direction of angular momentum. This is the direction of motion of the electron E. Right, electron revolving about nucleus is a current loop and has a magnetic field. It thus then behaves like a magnetic dipole. Then we can calculate the magnetic moment of this electron. Let V be the velocity or speed of electron. in a Bohr orbit of radius, that is A be the radius. So then the current of this magnitude, I is equal to E by C into T, where C be the velocity of light and T is the periodic time period of this orbital, that is EMU. Then time period T is equal to 2 pi r. Time period means time taken for a complete oscillation, that is distance by velocity. Distance is 2 pi a because this is the circumference of circumference is equal to distance, that is equal to 2 pi a by velocity v. So then I is equal to E by C into V by 2 pi a EMU. So from the electromagnetic theory, the magnitude of the orbital magnetic dipole moment right. The orbital dipole moment mu for a current I in the loop area, that is modulus of mu dipole moment is equal to I into A, where I be the current and area be the area, and it is direction to the perpendicular to the plane. So that is perpendicular to the plane, mu L is equal to is the direction of mu. So mu is equal to I into A, already calculated the value of I. Then mu L is equal to I means E by C into V by 2 pi A into I means A means area means pi A square. So this is E V A by pi cancelled, 2C EMU. So here the electron has a negative charge. Its magnetic dipole moment opposite in the direction of orbital angular momentum. So then whose magnitude is L is equal to orbital angular momentum, L is equal to m v r, that is MVA. Okay, you can see this equation in the rotatory motion. Orbital angular momentum L is equal to mvr. So that is L bar is equal to m into v into r means radius, that is here radius is a, mva. So this is one, like these two equations, then 1 by 2, then mu bar by L bar is equal to E by 2 m c. So then the ratio of the orbital magnetic moment and orbital angular moment for electron is, that is the constant value, because E is the constant, 2 and m and c. M is also constant, and m be the mass of the electron and c be the velocity. All terms are constant. So this constant is called gyromagnetic equation. This constant is called gyromagnetic equation. Okay, right. So then mu is equal to this guy, my mu L is equal to minus E by 2 m c into L. So this minus sign indicates the opposite. L bar is opposite to the mu L. So this can be written as mu L is equal to minus GL, that is gyromagnetic ratio of this electron, GL into E by 2mc into L bar, where GL is equal to, what is the value of GL? 1, where GL is equal to 1. So the quantity of GL is called orbital G factor. So it is introduced here to the pressure symmetry with further equation, that is L bar is equal to the, from the quantum mechanics, the magnitude of L bar is equal to, according to quantum mechanics, root L into L plus 1 into h by 2 pi. So where L is the orbital quantum number, the magnitude of the orbital magnetic moment mu L bar is equal to, L bar means root L into L plus 1 into this h by 2 pi, that is h cross also, h by 2 pi into h by 2 pi into mu L is equal to L bar, here L bar means root L into L plus 1 into h by 2 pi into minus E by 2 m c. So 2 into 2 4 pi into mc. Those are like CGS units. Right. So the quantity of EH by 4 pi mc, EH by 4 cut, that is the constant 4 pi mc. So this value can calculate. So this is called EH by 4 pi mc is called Bohr magneton, that is indicated by mu B, Bohr magneton. Then mu L bar is equal to mu B into root L into L plus 1. This is the orbital magnetic moment. So in the case of SI units, mu L by L is equal to minus E by 2m. Similarly, mu L bar is equal to root L into L plus 1 into EH by 4 pi m only in case of SI units. So then the Bohr magneton, you can calculate Bohr magneton. So that is mu B is equal to, you can calculate Bohr magneton. What is the equation of for mu B? Mu B is equal to EH by 4 pi m, that is equal to, E means charge of the electron 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulombs into H means Planck's constant 6.634 into 10 power minus 34 joule second whole by 4 into 22 by 7 into m be the mass of the electron, 9.1 into 10 power minus 31 kg. So after simplification we will get 0.928 into 10 power minus 23 ampere meter square. That is the value of orbital magnetic moment. Okay, thank you students. That is the magnetic Bohr magneton or orbital magnetic moment.